So I just got to Twin Willows. I'm gonna try this. Thanks for meeting me on such short notice. I know I'm running a little late, but work held me up. Hi, how are you? Good. Can I have a table for one, please? Yeah.
Anywhere all right with you? Or?
Yeah, I'm gonna be online, so anywhere I can talk. Sure, why not? If you guys don't mind that I'm on. Hi, how are you? Oh, sorry. Thanks for joining me. We're at Twin Willows, and I chose Twin Willows because tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, and I know it's going to be one of the busiest places around here, especially, you know, being an Irish pub. So I'm not overly hungry right now, so I'll get a drink and I'll look and see what the appetizers are. Hi, Hi, Emma. I hope you don't mind. This is my date right now.
Oh, you're fine. Is that drink I can grab for you?
Yes, a Bacardi and Diet, please.
Bacardi and Diet. Do you want any wine?
Yes, please. Oh, I like the color.
Thank you.
You're all ready for tomorrow. Okay. So today is Pasta Thursday, which is a pasta bowl and a side salad. Let's see. You can add lobster meat, grilled chicken, chicken parmesan, Italian sausage, jumbo shrimp, meatballs, jumbo lump crab, vegetables, or burrata cheese. I got 3 menus here. This is the pasta bowl, the burgers and entrees and soup and salads. And then this is the cocktail menu. So obviously it's a pub, so there's a lot of drinks. We'll see how much battery I have. I did bring a battery pack, but I forgot your booster seat, so if we start running out of battery, I might have to take you out of your chair and plug you in a different way. My favorite here is steamers when they have them. And I usually do like a Caesar salad with shrimp or chicken on it, which I'm not overly hungry, but I can take some home. So I did put together a list of things that I'm working on this week, so I thought maybe we could talk about that. I don't know why I'm nervous, but I'm totally nervous right now. Where did I put it? If I don't have it in my jacket, then obviously, oh no, I have it. I have it. So throughout the day, things pop into my head just to remind me of what else I need to get done. I hope you can hear me because I'm in a pub. I want to wait and hear what the specials are. In case I need that. So, do you guys have any plans for the weekend? I mean, I'm Irish, you know. My mother's maiden last name was McCaffrey, so I am Irish in me. Of course, everybody is like Irish on St. Patty's Day. I'm kind of bummed that I missed the. Parade that they had in Newport. I guess it was last weekend and not this weekend. And every year we used to go. It was like tradition to always go to the parade. Pretty much we'd get sloshed. My sister would always have like a hotel room at Hotel Viking on the island. But since the pandemic shut down, everything just kind of got put off to the side. Do you have a straw?
Yes, of course. Do you want any appetizers or do you want some time with the menu today?
What are the specials today?
We just have one special. It's a penne sauce. It's
I don't want that one. I don't want that one. First drink. Hopefully that'll take the edge off. She's just checking on what the specials are. I guess there's only one special today. She said it was a pasta, penny pasta. I don't know. If I do appetizers, maybe I'll do a cup of chowder. Just find out. They have a buffalo chicken dip that's really good. Not into the crab cakes. Sorry, I just can't decide what I want on the menu. Which, again, I'll probably get my normal. So I hope you had a good day. Like I said, work kept me over a little bit.
The special is a penne with chicken breast, mushrooms, broccoli florets, baked tomatoes with a roasted garlic parmesan.
That sounds good. You don't have any steamers, do you?
No, sadly.
Is the chowder the creamy, thick one?
Yes, it's a white chowder.
Can I get a cup of the chowder to start? Yeah.
Do you want pancakes or?
I'm just gonna do the chowder for right now, and then I know I need to get like a fish and chips to go.
You want fries on the side of that?
Do you have red potatoes?
Sorry, what?
Red bliss potatoes?
No, we have sweet potato fries, onion rings, or regular fries, or some sour.
We'll just do the regular French fries.
And then, would you like that to come out as soon as it's ready to go out, or do you?
No, well, when I'm getting ready to leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to put down?
Yeah, I'll probably do the Caesar salad.
Any chicken or salmon?
I'll do Can I do shrimp with blue cheese dressing, please?
What?
Blue cheese dressing, please?
So you just want a salad shrimp with cheese and croutons, or do you still want the Caesar dressing as well?
No Caesar dressing. Sorry, I'm just like after work.
I totally understand.
So I always, whenever I go out to eat, I always bring home a meal for my husband. So today he had to go to Connecticut, and then I believe he has basketball, so he probably won't get home till like 9 o'clock at night. So let's see if I do it this way. It's too much of a glare. That way. Anyways, all right. So my list that I have, okay, is that I was going through my calendar because I have to figure out like how to schedule time off and how to schedule all my doctor's appointments that I have coming up. So I have a physical that's coming up. I have to make sure Troy has a physical scheduled and a colonoscopy scheduled. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this is stuff that I'm working on this week. So thank God my physical is scheduled, because I have to have a physical scheduled every year for preventative maintenance as part of our insurance.
Caesar tossed in the blue cheese the same way it would as a regular Caesar.
Oh, you are awesome if you did that. Thank you. So every year we have to have, like, for our insurance, we have to have physicals, right? So it's part of our preventative maintenance, and it has to be done by August 31st. So it's like, and then with the pandemic, everything keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, right? Anyways, I'm getting to, my point is, right, now I have to make sure Troy's is scheduled, because we are in March and he has to have his in August, because he gets his every year in August. But I have to make sure that it's on the books, because I can't have him not get it in August, because then I'll have to go back to a very minimal plan, and I can't do that with the medical that he has now. However, in order to call and check and see if he has a physical, when I call the company, they're like, do you have a portal? So I'm like, shit. So then I try to go on the portal, but I can't go on the portal unless I have him next to me answering certain questions. So I'm just trying to find time where I can get together with him just to sit down and go over and create the portal, so that way I'll be able to go in and I'll be able to check. Mind you, if I call, they keep sending me to automated, and then they keep sending me to the portal, okay? Then they were supposed to schedule a colonoscopy for him last November, around the same time that I had one, but they never called and they never scheduled it. So he keeps saying, well, what happened to mine? Like, I had cancer, so of course, like, I need to get this done. Plus, he had lost his really a good friend and advocate. The day we found out he was cancer-free, a good friend to him had died of colon cancer, and he was younger than my husband, so that's the importance of that. Mind you, whenever you call, or whenever I call for my husband, I have to announce who I am, and if I have power of attorney, and then I have to scan a copy of the power of attorney over. See, this is a process. And then they'll talk to me, you know. But my husband can't do it himself because he needs me to call for me to do it. So with everything that goes on in his life right now in regards to anything, doctor's appointments, credit cards, bills, talking to family, friends, whatever, he relies on me to do a lot of the talking, and it can get very, very frustrating and time consuming for me. Okay, so I'm working on that. As far as like, I've got my dentist appointment scheduled, but now here's the complicated situation with the dentist, right? I had a day off and I was scheduled to go to the dentist because I like to get my teeth cleaned and get my mouth examined because it's very important. People can die if they, have infections in their teeth and stuff like that. It goes right up to the brain, or they can verify if you have tongue cancer or if there's something else going on there. So I've just always been very big on going to the dentist, So, anyways, I have another function for work going on the same day. They had canceled my appointment the day I was supposed to have it, which I had the day off to go do it, and then they rescheduled it for May. And I originally had it scheduled in March, the beginning of March. And so now I'm like, shit, now I have a professional function that I have to be at because I'm hosting it, so now I'm going to have to call and reschedule that. So things like that kind of get annoying to me. And mind you, I scheduled it after work, and this particular event happens to be after work, so, that's one thing I'm working on. Then, I'm working on my husband's medical supplies. So the supplies for his filters and tubing for him to talk. For those who don't know, my husband had a laryngectomy, a total laryngectomy where he can't talk. He has a prosthetic. The prosthetic has to be changed every 6 weeks. Sometimes we're lucky if it's every 2 months. He's already had 3 or 4. The prosthetic is supposed to help him talk. They said the prosthetic was supposed to work 6 weeks after his surgery, which at the moment I think I'm good, thank you. So 6 weeks after his surgery, which his surgery was last year on March 28th, he was supposed to be able to talk with the prosthetic. It's not working. And so we go to our follow-ups, we go all the way up to Boston, and that's not really working. So he has different doctors, of course. He has doctors in Rhode Island and he has doctors in Boston, but they're not sure as to why he's not talking. So the next step is they're going to try having a doctor who does Botox. Yes, Botox, which is why when I posted, the Botox guy from Just Go With It, I was laughing because I was in the doctor's office and I was like, hey, you're the Botox guy. Like, I didn't want him to feel weird about it, so I was like trying to make him like laugh. And we were like, yeah, we were just, I don't know, just a little weird like that. But he was like, okay, anything I need to do to talk. And so hopefully this injection will numb the muscle that keeps clamping down. There's like this sphincter that keeps clamping down so that it's not allowing him to talk, or the vibration to talk when he closes up the hole and the air goes to the back. Okay, so anyways, back to the supplies. So with the supplies, I had to increase our insurance. So by increasing to the premium plan, supplies that are out of network would be covered, okay? Because the plan that I had before only covered in network. And so if you follow me on any other of my media websites, you would know that I have been arguing over the whole insurance and the supplies because, spending $1,500 a month, it really keeps taking a hold on your revenue. I mean, it's making my expenses go up, but my income is not that, so Anyways, what I did was I increased the insurance, so I wouldn't have to deal with that. So, what was it? Last month? I think it was January when I got my new cards. I submitted my new cards. I called them. I explained what was going on. I gave them all of that. Believe me, this is like a whole process. Then the medical supply company has to call the insurance company. Then I have like a team that works for my company that handles our insurance. I had to call that place as well, right? Because then I'm like then entering in insurance claims and stuff. And anyways, they said, oh, it's on hold. Does Troy need supplies? It's on hold. You owe a balance. And I'm like, that's weird. I paid the balance, right? So, go online. It says balance paid in full. So I don't understand what the holdup is. So now, I email the supply company back, and I'm like, listen, I'm online. I'm looking to see what bill I have to pay from before my new insurance kicked in. And it's saying that I have a zero balance, so I don't understand what you're talking about. He didn't get back to me. So I called and left a message. Didn't call me back. So apparently I'm going to have to keep emailing and calling this week until I get an answer to figure out, okay, like how can we resolve this, because you have my new updated insurance card, but yet, you know, you don't want to take it off hold. I don't understand. So I'm working on that. I got the creamy cheddar. So depending on where you go in our area, you can have creamy cheddar, which is New England cheddar. But I asked if it was the thick cheddar, because sometimes the creamy cheddar, it's not thick. It could be like more liquidy. And then there's Manhattan cheddar, which is, it has the tomato sauce, or they call it the red, but the Manhattan is more New York, obviously Manhattan, right? And then you have the Rhode Island cheddar, which is the clear cheddar, the clear cheddar raw. I am at Twin Willows. I'm dating you all at Twin Willows. You all met me here after work. I got out late. And Troy had to go to Connecticut, and then he's got basketball, so I figured I would come meet you here at the Willows the day before St. Patty's Day, because I know this place is going to be friggin' slam-packed tomorrow. I love you too. So I figured while I'm here, I'll tell you what I've been working on outside of work. I know, I feel like you're so close to me. Like, I feel like you're like over me as I'm eating. So, another medical that I am working on is the renewal paperwork for my husband's medical marijuana card. So for that, it's due next week. For that, I had to call the doctor's office down here, his oncologist, who was the doctor that found the cancer and sent him to Dana-Farber. He actually called the vice president of Dana-Farber to get my husband in. You can bring it out. Thank you. And so I had to call them and tell them that he had the surgery, schedule an appointment with that doctor, and then I had to explain I have renewal paperwork So since Monday, I have been trying to get over to the oncology office to drop off the paperwork for the doctor to sign. Okay? Thank you. I went to do it Monday, but by the time I got out of work at 5, they had already closed their office at 4:30. Then on Tuesday, I was going to send my husband to drop it off, but he has to then explain to the receptionist what he's dropping off. So then I even wrote a sticky note on it, but I was just like, all right, forget it. So Tuesday, we were supposed to have a really bad storm. So it was really rainy and windy in the morning, and then in the afternoon, it was supposed to start snowing. We were supposed to get this nor'easter. Apparently, New Hampshire got hit really, really bad. Auntie's hot rod does not drive well in snow. So I told my husband that I was going to take his car. He doesn't drive Auntie's hot rod. I don't even know if he can fit in Auntie's hot rod. Okay? So Tuesday comes. I don't get out of work until after 5. So again, I missed the deadline of being there for 4:30. So yesterday, I had to go to a client's house, so I was able to leave work a little bit early. So I was able to actually go to the hospital and drop off the paperwork. And I said, listen, I need this signed either by Friday or Monday the latest because I have to get this out. Now, mind you, there's other stuff that I have to do in order to get this paperwork out, but I was like, Monday is the absolute latest because I have to get copies of license and all of that. Anyways, so I'm dealing with that. That's all this stuff is on this week's schedule. Okay? Now, next week, okay, I'll hopefully wrap up the physical, the medical supplies, the medical marijuana renewal. Next week, I also have to go to the DMV. So, I had to schedule a time with the DMV, but I also had to call my aunt because it's Auntie's hot rod. She wants to come to the DMV with me. She doesn't want to renew the registration, so she wants me to renew it in my name. So which means she's signing the car over to me, but she's gifting it to me. So I already had to have her come in. I mean, I've already had to have her come in twice because I had to have a notes notarized. So she writes a letter and she's like, I'm 82 years old. I don't even know how to do a gifted letter. So she does a gifted letter, goes to the bank, has it notarized, and I go to the DMV website and I print out all the paperwork that they need for the DMV. So then I schedule for her to come in to meet with me to go over what we need. And then from there, I had to schedule a time for her to come back so that we could both have paperwork notarized for the DMV. Then I had to call her as I looked up the DMV and the DMV schedule, right? Because you have to go in, and which I like that better. But I also have to pick a day where I can work and then leave to get it done. So that's next week. Leave me off on that. What I don't understand is why everything I have to do takes multiple steps. It drives me insane. Literally. It drives me insane. So, in the meantime, last weekend, I had put together all my taxes and I gave them to my tax accountant. I haven't heard back yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm missing some tax documents. So as I was going through paperwork last night, I was like, I might need this, I might not need this. So, and that's for both Envision Dream and me and my husband. And I also believe there might be some medical that I can claim. So I've never had to do that before. So that's kind of like new for me as well. So hopefully the accountant knows that, right? And I did FMLA, so I was like a unemployed as a caregiver. Then, if things don't go well at the DMV, I'll just have to reschedule, but in order to reschedule, it will have to do with the fact that I have another vehicle that the inspection expired, and so it has to get fixed in order to pass inspection. So I have to get parts, I have to have my brother-in-law come over, not just one, two brother-in-law. I mean, there's like 4 or 5 people working on this one truck, right? I can't wait for them to fix it. And then once they fix it, then you have to call the DMV to release the hold. Then you have to call the station back and have the station run it on the machine so that it passes inspection. So then you can re-register it. And then once it's re-registered, I don't know, he wants to keep it, but I'm like, put it in your name then. I might want to use it and trade it in for a car of my own. But then again, cars right now cost way too much. So, I don't like having a car payment. I don't like having a car payment. I know cars depreciate as soon as they come off the lot, but I live in a rural area. I don't live in the city. So if you want to get back and forth to work, you need to have a car. We don't have buses all the time. Not here. It's not like work's in walking distance. Yes, it's 10 minutes away for a drive, but and I hate having to rely on other people, because if I have to rely on other people to drop me off and pick me up, if I'm late to work, I get so fucking frustrated and aggravated. If I get out of work on time and they're not there, I get fucking pissed off. I mean, I've been there, I've done that. I just don't like it. I like to have my own shit. Anyway. And then, my dog, when I brought him into the vet, he needed his yearly shots, but he also had the ear infections in both ears, so they had to give him medications. So she needs to see him in another week or two. I think it's the last week of March or first week of April, to give him another dose of medication in both ears and to give him 2 more shots. And I have to do that because I have to go away to North Carolina for a wedding in September. But that will be interesting because that will be our first getaway from home other than Dana-Farber and Connecticut, where I'm going to try to have us fly out on the plane with his suction machine. I mean, he has to have treatments, so I mean, it's just going to be weird. The doctor gave us the go-ahead that we're able to go on the plane, but it's just, that's going to be whole new territory for us. But, you know, once we do it and get used to it, that'll be good. I think I don't know, what is the flight? 3 hours? But still, he's like, well, he's disabled, so I don't know if you just go online and you book the flight, or, you know, they're like, no, you have to call the airline. And I'm like, okay, so now I have to do that. I have to make sure I have someone watch the dog, or I have to go, like, we go to the Mini Manor. I like that place. He does really well there, so we'll just use that. And I don't really want to use all of my paid time off to go to North Carolina. That's just not somewhere that I really want to go. Now, if I was going to Myrtle Beach, yeah, that would be great, but still, the wedding's not in Myrtle Beach. In fact, Myrtle Beach, I think it's 3 hours away from Charlotte. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think when I was trying to do my investigation, that it was like 3 hours. So, that's really what I'm working on. Other than dating Sheri right now. Chowder was good. Oh my god. This salad is huge. Look at it. What she did for me, instead of mixing it with the Caesar dressing, was she mixed it with the blue cheese dressing. I like Caesar dressing, but I really like the blue cheese dressing better. It's probably fatter for me, but whatever. Tastes good. And I have my shrimp. So I'm gonna have to get my hands dirty. Because I have to take this apart right here, right? This girl's It's weird with shrimp. I don't like cocktail shrimp. I like sauteed shrimp, and I like grilled shrimp and butter. Obviously, I like everything fattening for me. Oh, thank you. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I cut it up. I know, I'm really weird. So then I cut it up into little pieces so that I can mix it in with the salad. Have you ever been on a date with a girl who talks about all this stuff? So, at first I was like, well, if the Willows isn't open, or if it's too packed, or if the restaurant is closed, because sometimes it's closed and just the bar's open, I was like, well, where else could we go? So I was trying to figure out different places that we could maybe go out to eat, but I don't know. This is close to home, and then I'm sure as the weather gets nicer, there'll be more places to go, but I don't know, it might start getting packed because the nicer the weather is, the more people that come out. So then I mix it in with the salad. And I do that with chicken too, or steak. That way, when I'm eating, I just grab it. I don't know. Now I'm gonna open my mouth wide. So, it's pretty much really what I've been doing. Tomorrow is gonna be, literally I got a green shirt. I forgot to get a green hat, but I do like to dress up in all the green, but I have to be presentable for work too. Come on.
I've never been a fan of
I like to eat with my mouth closed, so it's hard to talk and eat at the same time. But, and we could be here for hours if I just talked and not ate. Anyways, so tomorrow is St. Patty's Day. Sometimes, like, I dress up for work because like we always like celebrate it, right? And it's always a busy day because everybody is so excited, you know, the luck of the Irish, you know, it's a lucky day. So everyone wants to get out early, and then usually after that everybody wants to go get a drink. But I have to work. I have to meet a client on Saturday morning, so I'm like, oh, if I go out, I can't really drink a lot because I can't be hungover. And then on Saturday, my friend is DJing at another restaurant called the Ratskeller, and I've been promising him that I'm going to go. It's just every time he's been playing, I've had to go to work the next day, and I just am like, I can't put myself through that, and then have to work like 6 days in a row. It just doesn't, I can't. I just feel like I'm getting too old for that. Maya? But I want to have fun this weekend, and if the weather is cold, I don't know what it is, man. Like, when I am in warmer weather, I want to do so much. But when it's cold, my body just is like, it's too damn cold. Like, I don't want to. And now I understand why people who live in the New England area like to go down south for the winter. Yeah. I totally understand it. And I've been thinking about that too. Like, if I was to get another place, do I get one in Florida? Do I get one in Mexico? Or, you know, do I get one in Arizona where my family is? I don't know. No, I can't do it right now, but I can work towards it, you know. Who said you can't? You know? You know what else I thought about? I thought about whenever you go out with someone, you have them to talk to, but yet we go on our phone anyways. You know? We've gotten so used to how do we pass that time? That silent time. We go on our phone. My point is, even if I wasn't on social media and I came to the restaurant, I'd be scrolling through my phone, or I'd want to go live, or I'd be taking selfies of myself in the area with the different backdrop and the different background, right? So I hope I didn't bore you too much, but I really do enjoy your company, and I'm glad I was able to kind of like vent a little bit about what I'm doing this week. I'm not overly, you know, drunk right now. I'm only on my first drink. Really good. Thank you. I don't know, so maybe as the weather gets nicer, I can think about different restaurants to try, or show you different restaurants that I go to. It's up to you. Of course, I'll try to go on live anytime I go out, you know. Just depends on who I'm with. But I wanted to give my undivided attention to you all today. and let you know about St. Patty's Day and let you know about the Willows and what us local folk do. Salad is huge. Salad is huge. So, it looks like I put both feet in the water. And I was able to get on here. It's always great when I know what I want to talk about. The more you talk to me, the more I can talk to you. I can answer some questions. And I've actually thought about some of the questions that you ask other people. Do I, would you like me to answer those as well, to the best of my ability? I mean, this is entertainment, right? So, what would you like to see if you were to date Sheri? I will be leaving my clothes on. Well, I can't guarantee that, but for the most part, I will leave my clothes on. For the most part. I still would, for the most part. Trying to think of what else you want to talk about. I mean, we can talk about my Irish heritage. We can talk about this salad. We can talk about where I am again. You're special to me too. Put it this way, if you weren't special to me, I don't think I'd be doing this. So, just so you know. But it gets me out of the house, gives me something to do. It lets you know what I'm up to. It's not all porn. So funny. Yeah, Pamela Anderson. I love Pamela Anderson. I really do. I love Naomi Campbell too. But Pamela Anderson, whether she knows this or not, or remembers, but she had a roommate at the mansion, and she was, I don't know, I want to say 18 at the time when she first became Playboy Bunny. My girlfriend was her roommate. And I learned that when I was 16 years old. She had a stage name. I think it was Gianna or something like that, but I knew her as Jen. She was 1989 centerfold. She was a dancer or one of the backup dancers in Nothing But Trouble for Tupac. And I remember when Tupac got shot, she was a mess. She was a mess. And I know fans are a mess, but she was a mess. She was like, you don't understand. And I'm like, that's how I learned that she was in that movie. And she was like, he was such a nice guy, you don't understand. And I'm like, of course I don't understand. I'm 16 years old. Like, you fucking hung out with Tupac and roomed with Pamela Anderson. Yeah, you were a fucking Playboy Bunny. You even have a video being naked, flipping fucking pizza. No. I don't know why she got out of that, but she was a Playboy lady. But ever since I learned that, I was always big on Hugh Hefner, and I like to follow the girls and all that kind of stuff, and it didn't bother me because like she was like my big sister, you know. My big sister was a fucking Playboy model, centerfold, you know, roomed with fucking Pamela Anderson. I was 16 at the time when everybody was listening to Do Hot. And people wouldn't believe me, and then we'd be, but then you'd go downstairs into the office, and they'd have her picture up, topless. The centerfold picture was up in the office. So, anyways. That's when I was growing up. I haven't seen her in a while. I know she's got kids, and she's married now. But God, I was 16. That was like 20. Oh my God, more than 20, 30 years ago. Yeah. She's still gorgeous. In fact, right? When I was 16, mind you, I started working at 12, so I knew her then, but 16 was when I started really, you know, doing things. And she would teach me certain dances and stuff, and how to like move my hair when it was down. And so sometimes we used to like after work we'd all like drink and stuff, and like she'd show us how to put our legs together and our hands on our knees and move our hair back and forth. And she's like, no, that's how the bunnies do it, or something like that. And so we would all do it. It was kind of funny. What song? There's a song that reminds me of it. I think it's a Rolling Stones song that she used to do it to. Oh my God. And all the guys we worked with would constantly try to get with her. I mean, obviously. Obviously. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to take this home. There's just so much of it. I can't even finish it. That was good. So yeah, let me know. I love constructive criticism. So honestly, can you actually wrap that up?
Yes. Are we going to dessert coffee this evening?
No, I'm gonna I'll be ready for this. Yeah, the takeout.
And then your fish and chips.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so I like constructive criticism. I'm sure you can making fun of me all you want, that's fine. But at least if you're making fun of me or you reenact it, you can show me what I'm doing wrong or what I need to correct. How about that? So, I hope you enjoyed dating Sheri tonight at Twin Willows, the day before St. Patrick's Day. And hopefully we'll be able to get out and do something this weekend. Again, I don't give guarantees, so, you know. However, if I make a date with you, I do follow through with my date. And if I have to cancel, it's for a very good reason. All right? So nice seeing you all, and hopefully we can move forward. So again, one step at a time, even though we're not taking any steps. One brick at a time. because we're laying out our foundation. But it's been interesting. And maybe next time I will get your booster seat and have that with me as well. So, thanks for joining me for dinner.